We are on the site of the castle.
And it was the first time the Beatles had really stopped being semi-professional almost.
Look at that.
Absolutely fascinating.
That's what you do. You buy these players that cost money and make a difference in it. But we never do that.
Never complains, gets up, gets on with a smile on his face.
We just want you to sit in your chair and go hip hip hooray to the Western press and the Western narrative. You dare dictate the same old every single day without this. If you haven't seen it before, please watch the first series, the first 2 episodes, the second series. Stallone. Hiya people. It's Tuesday night, football night. We can talk about who's going over or who has gone over to Holland or the Netherlands, whatever you want to call it, to play PSV. And I'll read you the people out. I'll read you the lads who are going. And you won't find any big players there, I'm telling you now. I really think that we should win this game. I really do. I think we should have sent over a few big players, you know. That's my opinion. Christopher, hi Frank and everyone. Have you seen the squad for it? Yes, I just think so. The Alfredo, good evening, Frankie. You? Legend, like that. All those pints. Hello, Frank, says Lee Brady. That's the vlogs that comes on under an assumed name. You know when he doesn't want to be recognised. It's him. It's Lee Brady. Yeah, still no signs of signings. Nope. There you go, Christopher. That's all off. That wonderful man, Alfredo. Well, from that list, looks like Chiesa will get a full run out. Yeah, I believe. Yeah. Good evening, Frank, says Colin Blackshaw. Good evening, Colin. Colin's a new lad, isn't he? One of the new lads. And Lee Brady's laughing at me. And I'm going to bring on the legend. The legend. This man. I was watching something about Shanks today. And, it just brings everything alive. And all as you heard the cop, Shankly. And that's what they sang. When I was in the cup, Shankly. That's how much that man was revered. And get onto this. Shankly signed this man, this legend.
Hiya, Frank. Hiya, good evening. Good evening, chat. Hiya, boys and girls out there.
I was watching something today, and it didn't half resonate with me, to be honest, George. And it was just like the cop, just chanting his name, no other things, nothing else, just Shankly. The whole of the grounds,
Yeah. Well, he was the man. He was the man that started all, Frank, as we know. And it's a shame that a lot of the young lads today weren't able to experience him, and what he how he affected the club and the fan base in the city. in those days, 60 years ago, you know. But that's where it all started and slid up to today, where we're now top of the league. We're now top of the European League. We're in the FA Cup. We're in the Carabao Cup, and we're conquering everything. And I've no reason to suppose why we shouldn't stop. It's good at the moment, really good at the moment. Let's hope it carries on like it is now, Frank, you know. By the way, sorry I couldn't join you on Saturday. I had a dinner, Frank. I was out in the black tie dinner stuff.
Peter.
Otherwise, I would have came on after the. I didn't get in till the early hours.
Do you know what though? I got the bloody. Do you know what? I've got that many messages. I don't know where they fucking come. Honestly, I haven't a clue. I don't know where it is. I was going to read the team. Oh yeah. I'm going to read the squad that's gone over. Listen to the squad, George. I don't know whether you know.
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll just read it out just in case some of the lads haven't. The lads on here. Enzo, Nunes, Chiesa, Gakpo, Elliott, Tsimikas, Robertson, Cone, Doherty, Mabaya, McConnell, Yaros, Kelleher, Nallo, Morrison, Dans, Norris, Quansah, Morton, Bradley, Davis, Naomi.
Right.
There's no big names.
I'm very pleased about that. That's my opinion. I'm very pleased about that because to me, the biggest game is on Saturday. It's massive. Yes. And we can't afford Van Dijk or Salah or any of these guys to get injured because Arsenal are playing City. We are playing Bournemouth, two huge games. And Bournemouth are beating everybody out of sight at the moment. So we've got a game on there. And the table doesn't lie. We're a better team than them. So I'm expecting us to beat them. I'm expecting us to beat them. But, you know, I'm quite pleased with bringing some of the young lads over there. And I'm pleased Chiesa will get a game and Harvey Elliott. Let's see what they can do. And it doesn't matter. We're qualified anyway.
See, the forwards, one of the lads has put us up as well, I think. But one of the forwards, you can't get any better than Nunes, Chiesa, Gakpo. Can you really? Because it's,
exactly. So, I mean, that's strong. It's strong.
It's a very strong forward line. And, you've got Robertson there. You've got Tsimikas there. You've got Elliott there.
Yes.
You've got Kelleher. You know, he's going to play. But you know what I want to see, George? I want to see that young Dans get a game and Chiesa to see how they are.
I do. That would be first class. Give them a full game from the kickoff. Well, at least 60 minutes anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll see what the lads think as well. Snapey says, poor Lee said, I'll be in and out, Frank, as I'm in work there. See how dedicated they are.
In and out.
I'm in work, I'll be in and out.
Yeah, got to make a living. That's the most important thing. Get the money in the bank.
It is. Snapey says, even if Frank and chat, even with the skeletal squad, a point is enough to win the group. I'll let the Albanian divulge my crew identity. Interpol could scrutinise it, and my anonymity will be attacked. Do you know what? Do you know, like, if you put the sound up, you get the subtitles what I'm supposed to be saying.
Yeah, so they can't spell.
That's what he's saying. The Albanian, the interpreter.
They're trying to type too quick.
Unbelievable. So funny. And the Anfield Road. Good evening, the great Scott George. Because all those.
Evening, Anfield Road. I can't even count them, mate. I'll be on my back of my head if it's like them.
And as he says, a wee dram for you was lost because the Scotch took hold.
Yeah, lovely stuff, that.
And the Redbird says, Shankly is our hero. He is, isn't he?
Well, that's right. I think he's everybody's hero from those days.
We can talk, George, about past managers and future managers, but it all goes back to Bill Shankly.
Yeah. Nobody.
Everything goes back. You know,
Nobody
so
quite had the effect. Nobody's ever had the effect, really, that he
no,
had
but
because of the changes he brought to the club,
no,
coming from nowhere into the first division of the Premier League as it is now, and then winning that league and then winning the cup. And just getting that team together, which set the foundations.
yeah, yeah, and trying to improve the grounds as well.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. It's funny enough, before he got signed as manager, they took him up to the boardroom, TV Williams, to offer him a job. And, well, he'd got the job, I think, and they were talking to him. And the lad said, one of the directors said, "We've got one or two good players here, Mr. Shankly." And Shankly said, I know, I've seen him. I was here on Saturday watching the reserves. Yeah, he'd been there. Nobody knew he was there. He came to the ground to watch the reserve match, which was on the Saturday before he joined.
And you know what, though? You saying that, I was oblivious to that, to be honest. He must have been listening to the crowd as well. Because we used to go to the reserve games, so that, little crowds. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. 4,000.
And he must have been listening, to what the ordinary Liverpool supporter was saying.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he never left any stone unturned.
No.
And the good thing, he kept his staff as well. He kept the coaching staff, which was a masterstroke, because he kept Bobby Paisley and he kept Joe Fagan and run him around and brought Roy Evans through later on. So, some managers now, they come and they bring their entourage with them. And then when they leave, they all get sacked together. No, Shankly didn't want anything to do with that. He knew the quality of Bob Paisley. And look what happened after Shanks retired. Bob just blew everything away with the trophies he won. 19 trophies in, what was it, so many years? God,
yeah.
9 years.
If you look at, what you just said there about, keeping on the staff, the likes of Bob Paisley, the likes of Ruben Bennett as well.
That's right, Ruben. Yeah, Ben was fantastic.
You had these lads. You had Bob Paisley. Bang. Joe Fagan. Look what Paisley won. Look what Joe Fagan won.
Treble
so they were all in together, weren't they? They were all mated together, and he kept the Bill Shankly.
Yeah, because he obviously assessed them. He assessed them when he came, and he knew the qualities they had, and he had no hesitation. And I'll keep these boys with me. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the Shanks for you. And right, Snipey says, my first 3 years as a Liverpool fan were under Shankly's tenure. Even as a 9-year-old, I was transfixed by his hyperbole.
Yeah.
The man was, he was a messiah, wasn't he?
Messiah, yeah. He knew his thing, he'll ever get to one, yeah.
Yeah. Now, where's the, look at that. Just popped in to say happy birthday for Saturday, Dr. Frank. Do you know what? Someone's got my birthday mixed up. Jen. Jen's a big blue. She's a nice girl. And she's just popped on to say, but my birthday is in May and someone got it wrong. I never.
Oh, you'll have 2 birthdays, Frank. You get lots of presents.
Yeah, see no. But I want the lad. Thank you, Jen, as well. Thank you so much for that. But it's on the 11th of May. The 11th of May. Anyway, Christopher says the squad is Enzo, Nunes, Chiesa, Gakpo, Elliott, Tsimikas, Robertson, Cohen, Doherty, Maguire, McConnell, Yaros, Kelleher, Nallo, Morrison, Downs, Norris, Quansah, Morton, Bradley. And I want to ask the lads, I've asked you, obviously. I want to ask the lads if they're okay with that. Paul Burke says, good evening, Frank and George. Anyone else getting sick of whinging from Arsenal might as well give them I don't know what the problem is.
I don't like them. I don't like them at all.
I just don't know what the problem is.
No, I don't. You should just get on with it.
The Redbird says, Snapey, be careful, bro. Frank is on the MI6 watch list.
I don't know what Arsenal's got to complain about. Look at the way we've been treated. Good gracious. Some of the decisions we've had against us.
Exactly. Behave yourself, Anfield Raw. Behave. Behave station. Anyway, I just want to get down here.
Yeah.
Paul Beck says, it's a good game for fringe players to go at the big Euro experience. That is a very good comment, simply because it is a European experience.
Yeah, huge.
For these kids, and that's all they are as kids. But we've still got Robertson there. We've still got Samikas there. We've still got, the front lads are all first team experience who scored goals in the Premiership. You see what I mean? So there is experience with inexperience. And it will be good, as Paul said, to give the inexperienced lads a taste of Europe.
Well, nothing to lose, have they? Nothing to lose, everything to gain by showing what they can do.
Yeah. Tubby Brewster says, I know it's a tough question, but if you had to pick one goal that Liverpool scored ever, what would it be? I'll tell you what it'll be for me.
I know what you're going to pick. You can tell them. I know what you're going to pick.
Right. The one goal for me was the very first goal in the European Cup final in Rome, 77, when Terry McDermott planted it.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. So what would yours be, George?
I thought you were going to say the one by Terry McDermott against Spurs when he headed it from the edge of the box from Highways Cross.
That was the best goal. No, but I think what he's saying is the one goal that Liverpool scored ever. What would it be? The goal ever for me. That was the best league goal.
Yeah, it's a bigger game. The bigger game, yeah.
And this is a European final, and it was the first time that we'd ever been into a European final, George. Yeah. And in Rome too. When I was going over there, my two mates, they said, I'm going to fill an ambition here. They said, what's that? I said, I'm going to see Liverpool in a European final and finally get to see, go into the Colosseum. And they thought it was a strip club.
Yeah.
They thought it was a strip club. I said, They said, well, what kind of a club is it? I said, it's not a club, it's a ruin. They said, stick your ruin, we're going to a strip club.
See, that's a bit of an unfair question, Tubby, because look at the goals you've got to choose from. You've got Gerrard against Olympiacos, put us in the final. You've got Gerrard at Wembley against, who was it, 2007, that goal from outside the box, last kick of the game. You've got the goal that...
against West Ham.
Yeah, against West Ham. You've got the other one, simple goal. What about Divock Origi against Barcelona? The quick corner. We can go on for hours. Suarez's goals. How many did he score? How many unbelievable goals? How many unbelievable goals has Salah scored? It's endless. So it's a difficult question, Frank. You don't know.
No, but as Tubby says, give him his due. I know it's a tough question.
It is a tough question for anybody. It is. But so many unbelievable goals, really.
See, you can go back to your mate who scored the very first goal in Europe at Reykjavik.
Yeah, a miss kick.
You know what I mean?
And he's still
Europe. You know what I mean? So, but it's just because I was there.
Yeah.
I was there, George. And it was incredible. I seen a man who was my age and your age now behind me. And he was crying at the end of the game. And I said, what are you crying for, mate? And he said, I'd never thought I'd see this. I never thought I'd live to see what I'm seeing now. Think about
Fabulous.
it.
That's emotion,
You know,
isn't it? It's emotion.
it's
You know.
amazing. It's like the FA Cup. We'd never won a sausage.
Ian St.
And
John's diamond header
yeah,
in extra time.
little mates like that who were Evertonians are always getting at me. You know, because Liverpool had never won the FA Cup. They were little Evertonian, they were made up. You see what I mean? And it stops all those barriers. Even today, we're top of the league, the Premiership. And once we go on and win it, hopefully, you know, that stops the Manchester United fans. You know, that shuts them up because they're saying, oh, you know, we're one ahead of you and we're the best. And that shuts them up, right? So it just goes on and on and on.
One of the greatest moments, Frank, I experienced was the very first goal I scored into the cup in the FA Youth Cup semi-final, diving header right into the corner of the cup. I thought, I've arrived here now. I can live on that for the rest of my life. First game, first FA Youth Cup semi-final, diving header. I've got a picture. I've got a picture of me horizontal, and the Liverpool sign on above the stand is right in the back of the picture. It's on there, actually, behind it.
Do you know what, though? You know, you saying that, and you hit the nail on the head, but all these lads as well on here, on the chat, and me. When you talk about things, it's in your mind. The memory comes right there.
Yeah, it does.
Right to the forefront. You see it. You see it live.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean, because it's always there. Great memories.
It's all about fathers and sons, you know, and down the generations.
Yeah, right through
handing it on all the time.
Yeah, right through the generations, which is, you know. But anyway, Steve, you never walk alone. He says, my start 11 tomorrow. Kelleher, Bradley, Endo, Kwanzaa, Semikas, Trey, Morton, Chiesa, Elliott, Gapco, Nunes.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't be too far away, that.
It wouldn't be too far, to be honest.
Yeah.
Now, out of everyone, you know, you've got Gapco and Nunes. Would you play Gapco and Nunes together?
Yeah, I think nothing to lose. They're both goal scorers, aren't they? And Elliott's a creator, and Chiesa, if he's on form and he's fit, he can create goals and score them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'd be quite effective. And Elliott buzzing about in midfield, and Morton's got a lot of skill. Simikas getting the ball into the middle, crossing it, or Robbo. Kelleher in goal, proved himself. Yeah, Bradley's fantastic. Yeah, it's a good team, I think.
Well, the back
all the
four,
big players for the weekend.
Yeah. Well, the back four there, George, as well, is all Premiership experience.
Yeah, that's right. Yes.
You know, Bradley, Endo, Kwanzaa, Simikas, they're all. And I think even, Robertson will come on in the second half. I think Simikas will play first. But that's his, you know, that's his, whatever team he picks out.
Yeah, they're all Premier League players. I mean,
and Daryl, it's Daryl. Even in George Boy and Frankenstein.
Even Daryl, I hope you're well, and you little lad.
And the red bit, yeah, see what these lads are like. See what they're like. Daryl, says the red bird. None of us wants to know what's going indoors, but we can speculate. Of course, we can speculate.
Yeah.
And Paul says, hope George has a good Burns night. Not too much, Scott.
Yeah, well, I always do the address to the haggis. 16 verses without any notes.
Oh, go away.
Yeah. I've done it for years at the golf club on St Andrew's dinner. It's a challenge, Frank, to learn it, but once you've learned it, it's like the Lord's Prayer. It stays in there.
It does, yeah. I recite poetry and Shakespeare speeches, and it just stays there.
And the good thing about that is nobody apart from me understands it, so I can say whatever I want.
Well,
Scottish vernacular, Scottish Robbie
Scottish.
Burns. Shankly loved
Robbie
Robbie
Burns.
Burns, by the way. Shankly loved Robbie Burns. He
Yeah.
chose on his Desert Island Discs. Desert Island Discs, he was a guest, and he chose My Love Is Like a Red, Red Rose by Kenneth McKellar. That was one of his songs.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Who was that Scottish fella?
Andy Stewart.
Andy Stewart. Every year, New Year's Eve.
The White Heather Club.
Oh, blimey.
Donald Wilson Producers.
Oh, let the wind blow, hey, let the wind blow, no, let the wind blow. Oh, when the always go.
No, very big and an awful shine.
Donald, where's your trousers?
Everybody was steaming drunk.
They'll be getting locked up.
They're all drunk in the studio.
That'll see. Redbirds, I'd heard from a good source that they have offered Salah a lot less money, and he's turned it down.
That's true. That's an absolute joke. I can't believe that. Can't believe that.
I can't see that. I can't see that.
You may as well say to him, "There's the door."
Yeah. And Christopher says, like and subscribe, everyone. Thank you, Christopher.
Yes.
Mille grazie. I'll just go through some of these. The Redbird, Darryl, with respect, bro. A lot of good sources turn out to be bad sources. We've seen it many, many times over the years. When the great Mo speaks, I'll listen. Absolutely spot on.
Yeah. Well done.
Absolutely spot on, Redbird. Simply because, these sources, how many players will be signing in the summer, and how many players will be signing in there. And these are sources coming from lots of different sources, and I take no notice of them now.
Yeah.
The Anfield Roar. Question for Frankie and George. You've been lucky enough to see each great era for our club. Where do you, Frank? Where do you rank order wise between then and now, please? I've got to say this, George. I've got to say that I'm not getting. I always thought Roger Hunt, St. John.
Yeah.
Together. Look at those two.
Yeah.
Two incredible players. Incredible players.
Yeah, they all were.
You had the likes of Big Ron Yates in the back. You had the likes of Willie Stevenson and Gordon Milne. You had out on the wings. Peter Thompson and Ian Kelly.
He was a genius.
You had a young Tommy Smith.
Yeah.
Chris Lawler. So that team was unbelievable.
Yeah.
But albeit that they were unbelievable, I think you've got to look at me the way what age I was. I was just there. I was just jumping up in the air.
Yes.
So I have to go forward that from the 60s.
Yeah.
From the 60s to the 70s. And what I've just explained about that man behind me.
Yeah.
That man behind me. And what we achieved in Rome in our first final. And then the following year, the only ever British club to retain the European Cup. So for me, it's the latter part of the 70s and the early part of the 80s.
Yeah.
That was those two teams. No one could beat them. They were the best ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah. Well, I never thought any team would be a better team than that 60s team because they kept me out of the team. There was no substitutes, and they would week after week after week they were there playing. And as you've described them so eloquently, these players like Hunt, St. John, Smith, Stevenson, they were unbelievable. And I never thought we'd see the like again, but we did. No. You're right. The 70s and the 80s has got to be the best period for Liverpool. They won so many trophies. league championships, European Cups, and FA Cups, and God knows what else. And they had just legends, players that were unbelievable players, you know, the likes of which very few teams will ever have again. And that was, and the later team with Firmino and Mane and those guys, they were fantastic as well. When we won the league during COVID, you know, with 20 points, won the league by 20 points or something. So we've been very lucky, us fans, to see these boys and these teams play. But I agree with you, Frank. I think that team, the Hansen, Lawrenson, McDermott, McMahon, Souness, all those guys, you know, and Rush, Dalglish, you know, they were unbelievable. You know, just words can hardly describe them.
Do you know what, though? What I was going to say as well, which really we haven't got, but we've only got one. I think you know what I mean. Those teams that we've mentioned, from the likes of what the Shanks brought, right up to the latter part of the 70s, you know, even the early 80s,
Yes.
70s, the likes of Peter Cormack, right, up to the latter part of the 70s, early 80s, you always had a Scottish,
Yes.
a couple of Scottish lads in there.
Yes,
always,
yeah.
You know, who better, you know, going back to St. John, let's be honest, and Willie Stevo.
Yeah, I'd love the lads in the chat could have seen them. I wish they could have seen them. About 54,000 in a cup, you know, all standing, shouting St. John, St. John, ta-ta-ta, St. John, St. John.
I remember going down, was going down in a Mini Cooper.
Yeah.
To Wembley, sitting there, sloshed up. I was a little kid. And every car that was passing us or whatever was going,
St. John.
Yeah, and I said to St. John, I was telling him that. I said, what was it like, you know, listening to this and what, even in it? And he went, it was incredible.
Yeah.
You might be able to tell me this. You might be able to tell me something about this, George. You know, we talk about chance and everything else. You know, I was just saying about putting something on today and Shankly, and just Shankly. Did you hear what? I've never heard anything coming from him or even a comment about from anybody, to be honest. Amazing Grace, and it was Shankly. But did he ever mention that?
Yeah, that was one of his favourite songs, and he used to love it on the bagpipes. Played on the bagpipes by the pipes and drums. He loved that, yeah. He loved that.
And he loved what the cop was singing as well,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And how proud must they have been then?
Yeah.
If he loved the, you know, the tune itself or the song itself.
Yeah.
Amazing Grace.
That's right. No, he loved that. Played by the pipes and drums.
Did you know who wrote it, by the way? I do.
No.
It was a Liverpool sea captain.
Go away.
Yeah, a fellow named Newton.
Never knew that.
Yeah, he was a slaver. And then he's seen the, how can I put it? He's seen the deconstruction of a human being, you know, human beings, and dehumanizing them. And he said, I can't believe this. So he came back to Liverpool, and then he just said, I've had enough. I'm not doing this anymore. This is wrong. And he wrote Amazing Grace.
Wow. It's an amazing song, isn't it? Touched a lot of people over the years.
Over the years, and it's still sung today. Amazing Grace. Well, that was a little bit of trivia for you, lads.
Lovely. It's lovely to hear that.
And Addy66 says, evening everyone. Regarding the Bournemouth game, I feel a lot happier playing a team who like to attack rather than sit back and defend. I'm hoping it will play into our hands on Saturday.
Yeah, catch him on the break. Yeah, I think so.
Good point.
The pace we've got.
Good point. Oh, look. Danny says, Okay, an early birthday message. That's lovely. Thank you, Jenny. I'll basically gone now. Anyway, the Redbird says, Daryl, apparently from another so-called good source, I've offered Mo an unbelievable amount of money to join them. El Hill, that Saudi bloody team. I don't think he'll go. I don't think he'll be.
Can't see him going there.
Yeah, no, I agree with it, Addy. Surprised Gapco hasn't been rested for tomorrow night's game.
Yeah, because he's been a prolific goal scorer recently.
I think that's why he's being picked.
I don't think he'll play 90 minutes, though. He won't play 90 minutes.
No, but he's a strong lad.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to get injured too much, does he?
No.
I hope I haven't put the blocks on him.
And Snapey says, when in 7 straight, there's an argument that the big hitters have earned a rest. Personally, I don't think, given the fringe players and the kids a chance, is detrimental so far as development goes. Yeah, that's what was mentioned before, to be honest.
Not in this game, no.
No. And the Invisible Man says, I don't know. Draw tomorrow or even a loss and a win on Saturday versus Bournemouth and a win both the league and the Champions League. I buy these results. Yes. And reckon Slot will take a lot of delight in knocking PSV out of Europe with a below strength squad.
Yeah, that's the big rivals, isn't it? Feyenoord.
Yeah, Feyenoord and those, yeah.
Yeah, he would.
And the Redbird says, George, I'm with you. I also thought Frank was going to say Macca's goal against Spurs. But as I mentioned there, Redbird, honestly, that was the best league goal I've ever seen. In club football. And I'm not just talking about club football, Redbird. I'm talking about overall. Incredible goal. But when you look at the likes of the first ever goal in a European Cup final in a foreign land, that is forever Liverpool.
Yeah.
In Rome, that was the best ever goal for me.
That was a hell of a final, wasn't it? That was an emotional day for so many people.
Great scene then.
Yeah.
Great scene then.
Beat them on their own patch as well.
And Dennis the Paparak says, good afternoon from sunny Tampa. No qualms about the squad sent for PSV. Eye on the PL prize. Yes. Yes.
Nice over there in Tampa.
Funny enough, Daryl says Torres versus Blackburn. That was a great goal.
Another one, isn't it?
Unbelievable goal, that. But then again, you still got another Terry McDermott one against Spurs down at White Hart Lane from the wing.
Yes.
The one against Everton. Semi-final. Chipping.
Yeah.
Just the way he brought it down and put it onto his left or his right. I think it was his left, wasn't it? Chipped it. What a player.
Yeah, Suarez scored some amazing goals.
And Owen Lee says, great show, lads. Loving this. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Owen.
Thank you. And the Anfield Roar says, best goal I've ever seen was Robbie Fowler away in Norway. But I always enjoyed Souness's first goal for Liverpool. It was some goal. But, and the big but is, Luis Suarez versus Newcastle takes some topping. Is that Anfield Roar? Is that the one that came down and he hit it with his shoulder? Came down and he just went.
Yeah, I think it is.
How did he get that? That was the ball coming over. I think it was Cucitino or someone who was marking him.
I remember him ball coming down to. I remember him getting one flicking over the defender's head, very into far corner from about 30 yards. Another one when he got round the keeper and rolled it in over the line.
That was Norwich. I was there.
Norwich, yeah. He scored more goals against Norwich than some football teams in the league did. He used to score every game, 2, 3, 4 against Norwich. That header he scored from the corner of the 18-yard at Anfield into the Anfield Road end, a header. He headed it like a bullet.
I was there. I was right in line with that. I was in the main stand.
20 yards.
I was right in line with the the 18-yard box.
Yeah.
And he was there, there. Me and some fella, me mate it is, John Lee, and in the main stand. Like a shot. It was like a shot.
Yeah.
Oh.
He was some character, Suarez, wasn't he? I mean, he had so much personality and character. I know he was off the rails a bit, biting the guy's neck and everything. But when he went down to Crystal Palace that time, look at the emotion when we lost the league. He was in tears. Remember, I just showed how much he cared. They threw that game away by losing 3 goals when the Irishman went for the win instead of holding on.
He wanted like more goals for
Stevie had to put his arms around Suarez and shielded him from the photographers, and he was so disappointed. I thought that one season, Suarez was probably the best I've ever seen by a Liverpool player ever. That one season, he was unplayable.
He was unplayable. And you know what? No matter, you look at Luis Suarez, no matter who he played for, he gave 110%.
Yes, like Salah. Yeah, 100%.
And he loved Liverpool,
Yeah.
And I know for a fact, honestly, believe it, he begged the Irishman, he said, just let me stay for one more season.
Yes.
To play in the Champions League for Liverpool and for the fans. Please let me stay. He said, no, you're going. Ends up. That's it. I know that's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Do you remember when he played Everton and he ran to was it David Moyes in the box?
David Moyes.
He dived. Even Moyes was laughing, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah, he just laughed. He must have said, like, I shouldn't have said anything.
I don't know if they got booked or not, but it's funny.
No, he just carried on.
Yeah, that was great, wasn't it?
No, give Moyes his due, he did laugh. He did laugh about it. I loved that, so it's okay, yeah. Little respect for him there. And the Snapey says, my most important goal for me personally was Stevie Highway in the FA Cup final in 71. That goal and the fans singing made me a Liverpool fan. Not a popular choice, but it's like a firming goal for me.
Yeah, fortunately, it's the game we lost, didn't we?
Yeah, Charlie George. And as the Redbird says, too many great goals to choose from.
Yeah, I think so.
Do you know what it's like? Honestly, it's just like saying, can you pick the greatest captain? You can't. No. I can pick the luckiest.
Henderson.
Yes, the luckiest captain Liverpool have ever had. He wasn't the greatest. He was not the greatest.
He always gave 100% though, to be fair.
And you can go right back to the old days, the St. John days, and Big Ron Yates.
Yes.
Then you move forward, don't you? You move forward through the wonderful, Tommy Smith, captain.
He was captain, yeah.
And you move for Emlyn Hughes.
Phil Thompson.
Phil Thomas. Then you get to the likes of Graham Souness, Alan Hansen.
Yeah. Imagine how Phil Thompson must have felt holding that European Cup up, a Scouser from Kirby. with that cup above his head, captain of Liverpool. I mean, that's what's ahead of Trent if he stays with us.
That's what is ahead of Trent. That is what's ahead of Trent.
Because I think we can only sign more players eventually.
As you said, a lad from Kirby holding that thing up.
Didn't he take it back to the pub? He took it back to the local pub, didn't he?
He did. He brought it in.
The name of the pub. It was a well-known pub, Brown Cow or something. Up in Kirby. You know, the lads were in drinking out of the European Cup. You couldn't write it, could you?
He thought he lost it, didn't he, as well? He thought he'd lost it. Oh, come on, he missed the cup.
That's right, yeah.
Incredible. Lovely. Great stories.
Yeah. 6 European Cups.
But the Invisible Man says, I don't remember all the goals there. I have a very good memory, but I still don't have a vivid memory of many goals, and they were so many.
Yeah.
I take them all. And he's got a good
man. All the goals were invisible.
It's not that, he's forgot his name.
Smashing, brilliant.
That's incredible. Great, that's a funny one, though.
Yeah.
Christopher says, it's a free hit, so play the players that need minutes and the youngsters. For comedy value, best goal was Origi against Everton.
Yeah. Van Dijk didn't even see it.
He's just seeing trainings only after that shot.
Well, bloody hell, what have I done? Next minute's in the net.
You couldn't look. Say it was Jimmy McGovern writing a script about Liverpool and Everton playing.
Yeah.
And he wrote that in, and that never ever happened. And he wrote that. You'd say that would never happen. But it is in reality, didn't it? Incredible.
And it said Pickford got short arms.
The Anfield Roar. Being in Turkey for that great Champions League win, I was so made up and drunk too when we won. I wet myself literally. I told everyone, the lads in front, soiled his beer on me. It wasn't beer. Oh, you got so memory. Incredible.
Yeah, I've got a picture of me and my son at that game. On the final whistle, me and my son hugging on what a photograph it is. We both got the red shirts on, the caps on, and we couldn't believe what we were seeing. We really couldn't believe what we were seeing.
Yeah, we all witnessed it. Absolutely amazing. And do you know what, George? Funny enough, like this fella, two fellas, no, this fella, yeah, he was with his mate, and he was smoking. Now I packed up smoking and stuff, and it was the penalties, and my nerves were shot.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, mate, is a ciggy? And he went, yeah, lad. And he opens his, he got it, put it in. And he went like that. Yeah. So I took one. And all of a sudden, all these fellas ran up to him. They went, give us a ciggy. And he went, that boom, Bethel went by some, they're only cheap. He's giving them out anyway. I'm mad.
Oh, yeah. It would have been heartbreaking if we'd lost them penalties after coming back.
I just wanted us at half time. I'm not being funny. I just said to these fellas, I said, all as I want is Liverpool to come out in the second half and give them a game. Let's score.
Yes.
Let's score one or two.
Save face.
I thought they was going to score a game. No one dreamt that.
No.
Nobody. And if anybody else said, I knew that, to tell a lie.
No. I was there. There was no chance, But it's fantastic to see the boys singing "You Never Walk Alone," though.
At half time, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And I think we'll agree with the 80 here. Best game I saw live was the Forest 5-0 back in the 80s. A game of pure beauty.
Yeah, because they've got a good team there as well.
George will say it, I'll say it. And if Tom Finney says it, it has to be the best football game ever played by a club.
Yes, got to be. Got to be.
Steve says, Lynch FSG paid mouthpiece said a few days ago, fans asking for new signings don't understand football. David Lynch you're talking about, aren't you? Aldo said a few signings are needed this month to strengthen the squad with a massive fixture pile-up. Well, this is it. It's all... I agree with you there, Steve. And I agree with John Aldridge as well. And George agreed, and we all agree that we needed somebody in. A couple of players. It's like now. Right now. We're sending over a bunch of kids. There's some names there, I'm being honest, I haven't even heard of.
Yeah.
I've never heard of. And I watched the under-18s and 20s or whatever they're called now. And I've seen some of them are terrible, as well. Ordinary. Won't make it.
They've got a few bad results recently.
Yeah, so, and they're there, if you know what I mean. So that's why we needed depth. They could have been over there.
Yes.
They could have been over there.
Absolutely.
But George, as someone mentioned there, and we agreed, I'm surprised to see Gapco there.
Yeah, I'm a bit as well, because we've got plenty of players now.
Yeah, but that's where the strength of a squad comes in, if you know what I mean. Fresh blood.
Well, if we can beat PSV with that team, that'll be some performance.
I'm not reading that.
Yeah, Frank, that's what I would look. See that, Frank?
Oh, go ahead. I know.
That's my son and me.
Yeah.
On the final whistle, Istanbul.
Oh. Isn't that fantastic?
Yeah.
Strange, I gave a photograph. It's something like about Liverpool, in Rome, and I gave a gift FSG, LFC TV a photograph of me there, by the Colosseum, outside the Colosseum. Never got it back off them. But that's it. Never had another photograph taken,
That was a real Colosseum, though, not the nightclub.
Yeah, it wasn't the strippers club. Sure. It was the real one. And you know what? I've been in there loads of times now, in the Colosseum, and I always think about that. Them lads, if you and your old relic, I always just laugh about it. And the Invisible Man again, the greatest comeback was the 3-3 versus the Stars team of AC in 2005. After this win, the champions yet. Yeah, just been talking about it.
Yeah.
And the Anfield Rose says, I hope it's not in pen there. Breaking news, Jarrell Hatto was seen in the squad. The WT. I'm not doing that. Stop it. And I've heard from a good source that it's time for a vodka and tonic in the Tampa Sunshine.
You lucky man. What a lovely place that is. Went there a couple of times. That long bridge.
Yeah. Steve says here, and he's talking to, no new contract offers have been made to any of the lads. The facts are there in front of us. only idiots choose not to see them. Good shout, though.
Yeah, it's just a nonsense at the moment, to be honest.
And does George wish back in the day they had the amount of subs we have nowadays, meaning he would have got more game time at our beloved Anfield?
Oh yeah, without any doubt. I mean, I'd have been in the group going over to PSV tomorrow for sure.
And playing, most probably.
Yeah. I mean, not just me, Eddie. I mean, there's a lot of boys there, a couple of boys who were fantastic footballers. Even Gordon Wallace, he only played 15 games. I mean, Shankly said he was the nearest thing he ever saw to the great Tom Finney. I mean, somebody wrote about me, I find I knew Dennis Law. So we were big-time schoolboy players in Central League. But just because these boys were so good and so steady and all internationals and no substitutes, we unfortunately didn't get a chance. That's the way it goes. But we all had good careers elsewhere anyway.
Can I ask any of the lads on there? Steve Evans, he's after a ticket for a match. But one, he sends me messages and I don't know what ones. I don't know what. The Spurs return game. If anyone, can help him out, Steve Evans, he normally comes on here, he must be working or something. And he's a smashing lad. He's a good lad. He's always there, follows them everywhere. And, if anyone can help him out with a ticket, let me know.
That would be nice if they can.
Gomez is ahead of schedule, says Steve. He was supposed to return back to the first team in March. Looks like he will be back in the first team squad in a few weeks. Yeah.
That would be great news. Great news. We'll need him.
And you never walk, says, hey, gents, how's it going? We're going all right. And he says, did you hear Slaughter's resting Sullivan, Dyke, Gravenberg, Ebu, Allison, Lucho, Samuel? Yeah. You've been talking about it.
Very pleased about that.
We've been talking about it. Everyone's made up. Snapey says, during the 70s and 80s, we were a relentless machine that was soul-destroying to play against. We were setting European records that nobody has matched right up to the present day. Good shout.
Yeah.
And Youssef says, I'm glad he's resting players tomorrow. We've got a big game against the Cherries at the weekend. Yes.
Yeah, it's huge.
And as Steve says, we beat Bournemouth 3-1, and I would like on to get Gravenberg to man-mark Kluivert when he gets in our area of the pitch. He's their main danger man.
Yeah, don't back off.
And Youssef says, everyone's waxing lyrical about Bournemouth. They've been brilliant, don't get me wrong, but we can batter them. I agree with you.
Of course.
I agree with you. I totally agree. Yeah, no, Steve says, City will beat Arsenal and we stretch our lead at the top.
Well, that would be the perfect scenario. That would be perfect. Then we play Everton, I think, don't we? The game in hand.
There's a lot I've never heard of. Burton Job, and he says Liverpool 2, PSV 1.
Good man.
Burton Job. What a name that is.
Remember that tailor? Used to be a tailor called Burton's the Tailor.
Yeah.
Used to make
suits.
Remember
a couple of suits out of there.
Yeah. Used to supply the club with suits at one time.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
And Robbinswear was another one in London Road. I got my mohair suit from there for the banquet to celebrate the 64 winning of the league.
Oh,
Shankly promised me a rise. And when I went into his office, he gave me a voucher for a mohair suit.
Really?
And then Joe Fagan asked him, I asked Joe Fagan why he did that. And he said, well, he wanted you to look as smart as the first team at the banquet.
Oh, lovely. That's a lovely little story, that.
Yeah, he probably thought I never wore a suit.
Well, I used to go to Jackson's in London Road. Do you remember?
That was
I only
another one,
lived
yeah.
in Cardiff. I only used to cut through. There was London Road with the likes of Burton's, with the likes of Jackson's, all the tailors there.
That was the days when they made the suits. They made them to measure. We used to get mohair suits. That was a thing. All the show business people, Jimmy Tarbuck and them, they all wore mohair suits.
There's Dennis Paparazzi. There he is.
Look, Dennis. Sonny Tampa.
Saying it. Cheers, guys.
It's not an Arsenal shirt. No, it's not. It's a Liverpool shirt.
Ah, so that's an old retro one.
My eyes are gone. I looked at the red and white there.
Yeah. Dennis.
Look, that's a great photograph.
Lovely.
I've got loads in here.
Let's go down a bit. Yeah, I don't know. Here's a good one here, George. As he's 66. Not the greatest goal, but Collymore strike and beat Newcastle 4-3, and injury time will be replayed for years and years. Do you remember that?
Well, Keegan was the manager, wasn't he, of Newcastle? Yeah. I was right behind the net on that. The only time I've ever been in a cup behind the net, right behind it, you know, because we're standing only. And he battered that ball into the net straight.
That was incredible, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was
4-3.
And Terry McDermott was his assistant. Terry greats. 2 Liverpool greats.
Yeah. Brilliant.
The Invisible Man. Suarez scored a hat-trick 3 times against Norwich in 1.5 years in 2013 and 14. Right. In one game, he scored 4 in a 6-2 result. So he scored 10 goals and also 2 assists. So responsible for 2.
Incredible, isn't it?
Yeah. All goals are records against one team. That stands today. And the Ian Maxey's, that Suarez lob away at Norwich from the halfway line doesn't get the credit he deserves. A magnificent piece of skill. What a goal.
Yeah. Remember when he scored at Anfield Road end when he dribbled past about 4 people? I think it was Arsenal. Yeah. 6-shot box. Squeezed it in.
Yeah, Yusuf Xabi Alonso was against Newcastle from, he was just inside our half, wasn't he?
Yeah. Right over the top.
And he scored 2 like that. And I always remembered them always shouting about Beckham's goal.
Yeah.
And he scored like very similar. But he only done it the once. Xabi did it twice.
Yeah.
Never gets mentioned.
He did it at Luton as well, Luton Town.
Yeah, Luton. Yeah, and the cup game was a cup game, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And he just did it. I always remember Steven Gerrard, when he got the ball and he was in our own half, Steven was ready to run and he was shouting for the ball. But he just looks up and Steven just turns around and starts clapping, you know.
It's a real shame for Gerrard because he didn't play in the best Liverpool team, really, did he? You know, he was in that period where we weren't winning the league. If he'd have played now, I can imagine Stevie Gerrard playing in this team now. You know.
Yeah. I think this is a great
show. Team, didn't he, Frank? He carried that team.
You mentioned about Phil Thompson. Phil Tomo from Kirby, captain of Liverpool, lifting the European Cup.
Yeah.
Now, this is very, very similar. Steven Gerrard, as a captain, never won the league.
That's enough. That's right.
However, he did lift the club football's biggest prize.
He did.
Permanently for his own town club.
Yes.
That's it. He won it.
Yes.
He won it. And every time he could go into that museum, he could say, I won that.
That's the original. That's the main one.
For us.
2 lads from Liverpool, both done it.
Incredible. And that's what I was made up that you said that about the other fella, Trent, you know, that's what
Imagine if he did that this year and he held that cup, I was 3 of them.
he could achieve that. He could achieve that. Salah goal against City. Oh yes, Steve. Yeah, that was one. But again, he didn't only do it to City. He did it to Everton. He did it to Tottenham. He did it to Watford.
Yeah.
So these are not one-offs. Whereas you see great goals by players and go, oh, look at that goal. They're not one-offs. Xabi Alonso wasn't a one-off. Salah, not a one-off. Luis Suarez, not a one-off.
You can do it again and again.
Even Steven Gerrard, as you mentioned about, the last minute of the game against West Ham.
Wembley, yeah.
When he hit it. Now, how many goals did he score like that? You mentioned Olympiacos.
Yeah.
Or someone mentioned it, I think, on the chat. Olympiacos. That kept us in the day. Went on to win it.
Andy Gray commentating. Yeah, I remember that.
Oh, get in, son. Get in.
What a hit. What a hit, son. What a hit,
son, yeah. But
must have stuck in his throat being an Evertonian, but he did say it.
But the point was with the Blues, they didn't like that at all. Why?
No.
Anyway, I'm talking about, what he said. What a hit, son. What a hit.
Well, it was fantastic at the last minute again, wasn't it?
But,
if we hadn't scored that, we'd have been out.
And Steve says, Salah goal against City a few years ago. Where's Salah? Put out, it was incredible. Lee says, so no Van Dijk, Diaz, Kanate, Salah, Gravenberch, McAllister, Szoboszlai, Allison, Trent in the squad tomorrow. That is, I think, part of the injured play. Yeah. Foul of 4 minutes after it versus Arsenal as a left and right goal. Yeah, complete.
It is a perfect hat-trick, yeah.
Wasn't that the quickest hat-trick scored as well?
It must be close.
I'm sure it's the quickest hat-trick in Premier League history.
Yeah.
Can't think of anybody.
Yeah.
And Dennis says, give us a show whenever you're back over, George. Would love to have you watch a match with my OLSC Tampa Bay crew down at Maloney's.
That's very nice. Nice, yeah, very nice.
And you said, doesn't the Glaziers own Tampa Bay? Having a clue.
Tampa Bay. What was it? American football team, Tampa Bay Rowdies.
And Mary says, evening Frank and George and lads on chat. That goal by Stevie in the last minute of extra time of the cup from distance when he was limping from cramp stays in them. Yeah, he was.
I was there. There. We thought we'd lost.
But as the cop-out Callum says, it's the greatest cop-out ever. He says, didn't expect the big squad rotation.
I think I did.
I wish we did the man mark. Can't stand this zonal marking. You do, to be honest, easily. Rafa used to do that, didn't he, zonal marking?
Yes.
We got caught out of big time. Yusuf says, do we call our game on the weekend the Richard Hughes derby?
Oh, yeah, Bournemouth, of course, yeah.
The league rivals aren't that strong. I don't fear Bournemouth if we are on form. We can squash the Cherries. Several of our starters should be benched tomorrow night. I'm back for Saturday. Well, we've just read out, Mary, that There's no stars over there, put it that way. They're all here.
No,
But do you know what frightens me? I'm being honest here. Do you ever remember Barca? And they rested their full 11. And they came over to play us, having been 3-0 up from the first leg. And we turned them over 4-0.
Salah wasn't playing?
No. Neither was Bobby.
Right.
2 of them were out. So, if you think about that, you know, it's like sharing a lot of them. I just don't. Underestimating Bournemouth is a mistake. Their tails are up and Areola's no mug. It could come down to slots, in-game tactical tweaks. For me, that could prove the deciding factor.
Yeah, I don't think anybody will be I don't think anyone will be underestimating. That's for sure.
I know it was only pre-season, but was at Michigan Stadium with 114,000 friends to see Shaqiri's debut bicycle kick versus United from about 20 rows behind the goal. Marino's sourpuss on the touchline. So he was there, the 120,000.
Not bad, eh?
Incredible, that.
It's a hell of a crowd. The biggest crowds in Britain used to be at Hampden Park. Scotland, England, 130,000.
130, yeah. Should I say that? 130,000. Incredible. Everton versus Derby will be a cracker for me. I hate derbies. I do not like them.
No, I don't like them. Sparks will be flying.
My friend Chris was living in Northern Ireland. Is that? Oh, the Netherlands. I'm sorry. He was living in the Netherlands when the Reds played PSV. Got a seat ticket just in front of the famous PSV fan. Reds won 3-0, and after every goal, TV went to show PSV fan, but instead saw Chris, Red Scar.
We'll have a few fans over there, won't we? We'll have a fair old day. A lot of the boys will be going tomorrow.
Dennis the Papare. July 2018, I'd just moved to Tampa from Nashville that month. On the new job, only a week, and skived off to go home to Detroit for the match.
Yeah.
Oh, look. TW, hiya, mate. Andy Gray.
That was him. Yeah,
that was the commentator. Andy.
Working for Sky at the time. Then he got sacked.
Don't forget, TW, if you're still with us. Friday night. Kelleher, Bradley, Endo, Quansah, Semikas, Morton, Ione, Elliott, Gapcoat, Nunes, Chiesa, probably the lineup for tomorrow, says.
Yeah, and Endo won't let us down. I know that. He'll battle.
No. The fella should have been sent off for him.
Oh, that was a shocker. I went a really terrible tackle. Could have killed him.
That was shocking. And he got a yellow.
He wears a tooth guard.
All day.
Yeah. Terrible tackle.
And the Invisible Man says, yes, the Fowler hat-trick against Arsenal was the quickest hat-trick of Liverpool player in the Premier League. Yeah. I think it's not just a Liverpool player. I think it's the quickest of any player.
Yeah, but couldn't it?
I really do. Dennis says to you, sir, yes, they own the NFL's Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Buccaneers, yeah.
George, Rowdies used to be in the NASL. Current incarnation of the USA.
Tampa Bay Rowdies, yeah.
A level below the I haven't a clue what you're talking about.
It's American football, Frank.
Yeah, I know, but we called it rounders here.
That's baseball.
When we were in our adolescence, when we were in our adolescence, we used to play rounders with the girls.
Yeah.
Oh, where are you?
Now they pay them $400 million a year to play rounders.
That's incredible, isn't it? Oh, where are you? What are you hitting it that hard for, you? Sadio Mane holds the record for a PL hat-trick, 2.56 for Southampton versus.
That's ridiculous, isn't it? How could
you can't argue with our lads. You can't argue.
That's brilliant. Thank you for that information. That's brilliant.
2.5.
Still a Liverpool player, though, isn't it? Still a Liverpool player. Holds it. That'll never be beaten, I don't think.
That's incredible.
You have to hit 3 goals from the. You can't hit 3 goals from the kick-off because the other team takes the kick-off. How did he do that? Imagine scoring a goal and then you celebrate, then you come back, put the ball in the spot, they kick off, you score again, put the ball in the spot, they kick off, and you score again. What were they doing in defence?
He might have done 2 Xabi Alonso's from the kick-off.
Yeah.
The ball might have.
God. Must have been Stevie Wonder in defence.
Addy says the Invisible Man. In Wikipedia, it's showing that Fowler scored the quickest, so I believe them.
Oh, there's a debate then, there
Now,
going
there
on.
you go, big fight now. Salah concussion cause that Newcastle goalkeeper cleaned out Mo. Yeah, Salah concussion, yeah. Mane scored the quickest, but not for Liverpool. I got that.
Oh, for Southampton. Yeah, he played for Southampton. Mane.
And they're invisible. Yes, correct. Only 66. Just saw it on Google. It was 2 minutes and 56 seconds in the 2014.
That was for Southampton. Must have been.
Steve says City looking to make 2 more signings. Arsenal, Forest looking for a striker. Chelsea wants an experienced centre-back. Villa wants a centre-back. Clubs chasing us want signings, even though they have bigger squads than us.
There's only 3 days to go. Could be a few panic signings there, I think.
Oh, DW. Friday, I won't forget, Frank. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, mate. Thank you. I'd love a Dan's goal. I'm going to go for PSV, 3, Liverpool 4 tomorrow. Why not a thriller? A one-off, says Callum, the greatest ever couple.
Be a good watch.
And Xavi, Liverpool's Xavi. Did you guys see David Coate did his first exclusive interview? Yeah. I don't want to talk about that.
No, I don't want to mention that paper's name.
No. No Mane is the quick. Oh, he's got that. You don't want any arguments on it. And he came out as almost, oh, come on. And tried to deflect it. No,
only thing I've got against him is how he spoke about Klopp and some of the decisions he made.
Exactly.
That's what I've got against him.
Exactly.
It's terrible decisions.
What his sexuality is.
And the way he badmouthed our manager was absolutely indefensible to do that publicly. That's all I'm caring about him.
I understand what the Xavi's saying there, though, because, he's saying he wanted to, look at it. We'll get that from us.
I don't believe anything he says, to be honest.
Because of sexuality. Ridiculous. I'm not going on about this bloody hat-trick. Build Klopper statue.
That's a great name.
Guys, it's so good to see your smiling faces. Thanks for always bringing that good energy when we need it. You never walk alone. Thank you, Builder.
Shankly says, natural enthusiasm, the greatest thing in the world, son.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, smiling. There's no...
You've got to smile,
I think Jacko was included in the squad. Where's he been?
Probably just jumped in now.
Just jumped in. Yeah, he's in the squad. Build, he's in the squad. That's a good thing. And he carries on by saying, because PSV is Cody's former team, so he will want at least half an hour in his old stadium to see the players. That's a good shout, though.
Forgot about that, yeah. Good shout.
I don't understand this thing. This is about football. This is about Liverpool, not Major League Soccer. I'm sorry. I'm not talking about that. I'm sorry. Dennis, I love you. You know that. But I'm not talking about that.
Keep the Liverpool shirt on, Dennis.
The football flashback. My favourite ever Liverpool goal was the Suarez goal against Newcastle. Do you remember? Yeah, we were talking about that before. Football flashback.
Yeah.
And we would, even George was doing some and things, you know.
It's right up there.
No, that was me, George.
Oh,
George. It was
me.
It was me. Don't worry about it. I have it next to me. And I was watching a film and the phone went. The doorbell went. And I went, oh, fuck. So I had to get up, hobble over to the door. And I take a long time to get to the door, you know. And they opened it. And no one was there. I went, oh. So I closed it, locked it again, hobbled back to where I was. And then the bell went again. I went, no. So I jumped up and went to the door. And it was the telly. It was it just sounded like mine. You know, the doorbell in this film. Yeah. And me jumping up. Yeah, and the football. My favourite ever Liverpool goal was the Suarez goal against Newcastle. That was the very first thing that came up, football.
Yeah.
The very first one, where against Pochettino, when he took it on the shoulder and went around and thump goal. I'll tell you whose goal was it. If you remember, George, you know, very similar to what the flashback saying there. Do you ever remember Mo Salah against Porto? And he, you know, it came over, went over, he headed it over a fella and brought it down and tapped it in.
Yes. Yeah. But he did so many, Salah. I remember that when he scored from the byline. He was on the byline.
Oh,
and he squeezed it in.
He might as well have taken the corner.
Yeah.
And he was in full motion, wasn't he? He was in full stride.
And you can see the disbelief in the defender's face. How the hell did he get it in there from?
From my face, never mind. Defenders.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. With his left foot.
Even against the other day, you know, the goal he scored the other day.
Yeah.
Where he was like, I don't know where he was. You know, Gapkowitz is over to him.
The sharp box and he buried in the roof of the net.
Yeah.
It was the way he trapped it. Where he gets the ball under control quick. Yeah. And then bang.
Just
in the net. He could have scored a lot more goals, you know, as well. He's missed a lot as well, Salah.
Oh,
a lot of chances where he's just missed the post or just misjudged it. Could have had another 20.
And the flashback says Jose Enrique with a ball over the bar. He had a millisecond and managed to bring it down, take it around the goalkeeper, Crow, and slot it calmly home. Yeah. But he had a player on Pochettino, I think his name. And pure genius. He made it look easy. Absolutely.
It is genius. It is.
And Steve says, Bournemouth have a small pitch. I think it will suit our quick 1-2 touch football counter-attack game plan. Let's hope.
Well, at least they won't go and park the bus. They'll be coming to try and score, I should imagine.
Yeah. No, they're an attacking side. They are an attacking side. I'm just glad that Solanke's not playing for them.
That's right. I thought, I thought Notts Forest were very poor, though, against them. They left a lot of gaps last week. I thought Notts Forest would give them a better game than that. I know they scored some nice goals, but they made it look quite easy. They won't get that space against us.
No.
Don't think so.
No chance.
Not with Big Virgil.
No chance, George. The Addy says, just watch that Sadio Mane hat-trick on YouTube. Second goal was timed at 86 seconds.
Bloody hell. It's almost straight from the kick-off twice.
Yeah. If Klopp was still managing us, says Yusuf, this season, you reckon we would have a bigger gap to second? Well, that's a terrible question.
Well, I'm not sure about that. I think, I don't think we could have done much better than we've done so far. We've only lost one game. A couple of draws we could have done without. But, Klopp set the foundations. It's Klopp's team. It's Klopp's team.
It's his Klopp's team, no matter how you look at it.
He's inherited a dream. It's Klopp's team.
It's not his team. It's not Sluter's. Nothing.
He hasn't signed nobody, Frank, except Chiesa. So his team's going to be in a couple of years. If he's still here.
The only difference would have been if he signed Chiesa, yeah, okay. And if Chiesa would have been playing from the beginning of the season, games and scoring loads like Mo or Gakpo, and you would have said, yeah, well, he made a difference, but he hasn't.
I do like the way his handling has been good.
8 of the difference. Sorry to say that. I've just seen this fella here. Look, Stephen. Here they are, the young couple. Hey, I've just got a ticket for you for the game.
Somebody called us Stadler and Waldorf, whoever they are.
A
few months ago. Somebody.
Was it?
Is it me?
It was Steve Evans, yeah.
Was it Steve?
He always calls us it.
Stadler and Waldorf from the Muppets, yeah.
Look, these two, Steve and the Invisible Man, are going on about more the acting again. Know what I mean? Stop it, just. Question for Frank says question for Frank and George says the Anfield Road. Would you rather keep cohesion tomorrow night rather than introduce too many young lads? I want to see how much Tagliatelle legs has in his tank and off. And I want to see Dan's play. I want to see Chiesa play.
I want to see Chiesa play. I want to see him play a full game. See if he can last out. How fit he is. I want to see that. And I want to see Dan's on the second half.
And what if he scores?
Give them a chance. I think he's a natural goal scorer. Dan's.
He is. I love Dan's. Imagine, George. Just suppose, let's build a scenario, right? Chiesa scores 4 against PSV, and you get them all saying, "Look what we've been missing all season." You get all that and shouting at me, "Yeah, Frank saying that you're moaning about it."
Yeah, we won't worry about that. If he scores 4, I'll be jumping for joy.
I don't want him to see. I don't want him to score 4. I'd rather have Dan score 4.
But the thing is, he's a good player. Your problem was he wasn't fit, and he was a bit of a, the bottom is a little bit of a soft.
But it was a gamble, and it really hasn't been. It hasn't paid. No,
yeah, as a player, when he was in Italy, he was a world-class player.
he was incredible.
Yeah.
For Juve and for the years on.
If they can get him fit and keep him fit, we might have somebody that can do a good job for us.
No, it was versus Villa. They're still going on about it.
It's lovely, isn't it? I love the debates. It's great, isn't it?
Yeah, look, Steve. Here they are. You get the young couple. They're still going on about it. For Southampton versus Villa. Well, that's so Liverpool. That's great. Yeah, so mad. The Redbird says, if you've forgotten to give our dynamic duo a like, do it now and subscribe. If not, done so already. All Frank's shows are bangers with our George. Yeah.
That's nice, isn't it? It's a nice Redbird, isn't it?
Thank you. The Redbird. The Anfield, Steve Evans. You never walk alone. You after all. And he says, you never. Now that Salah has overtaken Thierry Henry in league goals, can he be considered a bigger Premier League icon? I think so, yeah, because, you know, he played more games. Henry.
Yeah, he's done in a lot less games than Thierry Henry. You'd be well ahead of Thierry Henry by the time he's finished. If he stays with us.
I always remember, you know, when he started first playing for Arsenal, and they would call Thierry Henry, you know, Thierry. Then all of a sudden, when they'd been listening to the telly, they'd be coming out and not Thierry Henry, but Thierry Henry.
He was a bit of a cheat, wasn't he? He was a cheat. He was a cheat. Do you remember playing for France? He put the ball in with his hand and turned away.
Against Ireland.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Ireland, was it?
I didn't like that. That was terrible. On a big stage.
You know what? Never mentioned that.
Yeah.
Do you know what? If I seen him, I was a pundit, I was on the telly, and say someone like put his arm out, you know, put it in and whatever, or say it on the line with his hand, you done it. You done it.
Yes.
You know, I'd say that against Arsenal, against Ireland. You cheated.
Yeah, terrible that. He didn't need to do that because he was a great player.
Yeah, well, because he also won a Champions League, and Henry didn't with Arsenal.
Yeah.
No. He's more iconic than Thierry Henry.
Well, consistent.
Bravo.
A faster game now as well.
If he'd be playing for someone else, my opinion, he would be a bigger icon. Just imagine him playing for, say, Man United or Man City.
Yeah.
Or even Arsenal. Or Chelsea. That'd be the biggest iconic player ever. Yeah. If he scored the same amount of goals and won what he's won for Liverpool.
Yeah, no doubt.
And Yusuf says, Porto was like the European version of Norwich for us. We always battered them. No, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Absolutely right. You know, we were talking about, when you said about, he must have been terrified every time, Norwich, you know, looking at Suarez.
Yeah.
I think most the same with Man United.
Yeah, could have gone against them,
yeah.
2s and 3s.
And they never were. But Arsenal fans are telling me Henry was still better because he's more. Oh, come on.
Nonsense.
More pleasing. You don't talk to these people, do you? You know?
It's a stat. It's a stat pattern.
Is that, you know, it's not even scraping the barrel to try and get one over.
I'll tell you something, Salah, I saw a lot of Henry's goals. Salah scored many more fantastic classic goals than Henry ever did.
Yeah. As he says, he's sick of hearing it, to be honest. Stevie Evo says, favourite ever Liverpool goal? Yeah. Mulby versus Man United at Anfield, or Terry Mack at Spurs FA Cup. I mentioned that, the FA Cup one.
You did, yeah.
I mentioned that. And Jan Mulby, when he took the ball, I think we mentioned this, George, not tonight, but we have mentioned it.
Yeah, mentioned in the past, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we've mentioned it in the past, when he picked the ball up, Jan Mulby in our half.
Went through.
Went right through into the cup. Bang,
yes.
Get in. And remember when I said it reminded me of Stevie McManaman against Celtic?
That's right. He ran through the team as well. Right through, didn't he? Yeah. Yeah. Moby, brilliant.
And You Never Walk Alone family. Hard to say, but definitely Salah is one of the top 10 ever. So he's not saying whether he's more iconic than Thierry Henry. I don't understand that. P.S. If you haven't seen Frank's other shows, you're missing out, says the Redbird. Oh, thanks.
Great.
And the Invisible Salah is better than Henry because he is more effective and makes more assists and make others other players play better. Yeah, great answer.
Yeah.
The Redbird says Henry was a top player, but it's a different era.
Yes. Yeah, but Mo, if you look at Mo's goals and you add his assists together, they come to the same amount of games he's played.
Yeah.
Most phenomenal stat, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
You got 280 games and 117 assists, and you got so many. I saw it the other day online. It said the number of games he's played is exactly the same as the combination of his goals and his assists. That's incredible. It means every single game he's ever played, he's either assisted or scored.
That's incredible.
In a Liverpool shirt. Try and think of that one.
He scored some phenomenal goals.
Nobody's ever done.
City when Edison hit it out and the ball came through, and he had to he had to bend it.
Yeah.
Remember when he an unbelievable goal.
Well, do you remember the one against Man United when Alisson kicked it, a long kick, went over the halfway line. He latched onto it. He outpaced the defender, kept them off, and then dispatched it right into the corner of the net and took his shirt off, waved it around his head, then got bloody booked. It's ridiculous. What a goal that was.
It was an incredible goal.
Yeah.
It was an incredible goal. Huh?
He kept
scored
going.
A few like that. Scored a few like that. And against, who did we play? Brentford, wasn't it? When he had the ball, and he was so unlucky. He was so unlucky. He had the fella on his back like a monkey. He had a fella on his back, and he just put it wide. But the fella was all over, and he just shook him off.
So strong, eh? Strong.
Steve says, Frank and George, is the Chelsea bozo keeper the son of David James? He makes similar mistakes to his dad. Horrific. Yeah, I think he is.
He came off his line too quick.
Big up Frank and George in chat says, hello, Edward. Nice to see you.
Edward.
Oh, that's lovely there. And Snapey says, Slot's approach seems more sustainable. Yes, it's more pragmatic, but offensively, we're just as incisive. Perhaps, with the inevitable fixture pile-up, our squad's got more durability. I just hope that we don't blow up, Stay, because we have blown up going after the quadruple before.
Yeah.
Twice.
One game at a time.
The only side to be going after the quadruples,
Yeah.
The only side.
Yes.
And this will be the third
we don't burn ourselves out.
This will be the third time, as you know, George.
Yeah. We've been beaten a couple of times in the past.
Yeah. Should have won them, to be honest. Well, Henry did with Arsenal. Let's see. He was part of a Stars team that was worth billions. They didn't lose one game, but they had luck, and the league was weak, and they had just 90 points. Very good. Very good. That's a cracking answer.
He was part of a good team.
And they were called the Invincibles, weren't they? And as he said, he hit the nail. He only had 90 points. And we've gone past that anyway ourselves, haven't we? Salah at Liverpool did 3 times more than this and will do it the 4th time, says the Invisible Man. And Dennis, anyone else concerned with Jota's inability to stay fit long term?
Yeah.
I was only thinking in bed last night. I was just saying to myself, I said, I think this is it, his last season.
Really sad that. What a player he is. What a great striker. To be hit by injuries so much is really concerning.
Yeah. We've got to bring someone in that's more durable, if you like. You've only got to look at their gap cop. Mo Salah.
Yeah.
You've only got
They
to look
keep
at
going,
them.
don't they?
Incredible. But we can't afford. Don't like saying it. I'm not having a go at this particular player. 2 players, 2 forwards who are injury prone. And that's, unfortunately, Jota and Chiesa. We can't afford it. Not if we're going after things. And I'm talking about next season too.
Yeah. A shame about Jota, really is.
Yeah, the Redbirds, for you there. What is still Shankly's team when Paisley took over? Give Sol his flowers. He may not have bought the players, but this is definitely Slot's team now. He got the players playing different and better, says the Redbird.
Yeah.
Of course, it's no one's criticising that, but you've got no matter what you say, Redbird. He was. No matter what anyone says, not just you, but anybody, even myself, you just look at that team and the squad. And as I said, he's only got one player in, and that was Chiesa, and he hasn't played, has he? So where we are today is his squad. Where we are today is his squad. You look at Rafa Benitez when he came, and he had more or less the other fella's squad, but he did bring players in.
Yeah, just like Paisley, like Bobby Paisley. Bob Paisley brought. It wasn't Shankly's squad. Shankly got rid of most of his squad because he had to, because they were getting old. And then Bob he signed Dalglish, he signed Ray Kennedy. Well, Shankly's last signing was Ray Kennedy, and then of course he left a great player there for him. And people like Smithy was still just about able to run. But they all went. Ray Clements came in, Dalglish came in, Rush came in. So they weren't Shankly players. So that's what Slot needs to do. He needs to build on top of this, build his own squad for the future, using the young lads in signings in the summer, I hope.
Jesus Christ, they're going on about Henry and that. Can't he talk about something else? Paul Burke says, big online sale, Frank, 15% of... there you go. Thanks, Paul, for reminding me. Thank you so much for reminding me, Paul Burke.
Yeah, they're great then.
The next home game, honestly, get to these. And there's it online. You can get it at scarforabadge.com. That's scarforabadge.com. It's all quality stuff. I know if you're buying off online, you can't touch or feel it. It honestly, take it from me. It's all top quality. You can get everything. Everything. From a hat, nitty, basic, to a badge, besides the hoodies, besides the long sleeve shirts, pullovers, everything you can get, t-shirts for the summer, for holidays, for everything. And they're a lovely, lovely couple and a small little business. Small business. I support all small businesses. Please support these. Mike Dean and his lovely wife, Michelle.
Yeah.
Lovely people. And thanks for that, Paul.
You can get my book in there as well, Frank.
Oh, yeah.
He's selling the book. Not just mine, he's selling a couple of Jeff's books.
Is he?
Yeah. The Untouchables. Yeah, so you can get that in the shop. And if he hasn't got it in stock when you walk in, if he sold that, he ordered it for you.
Yeah. Klopp's Last Stand.
That one as well, yeah.
Jeff Goulding.
It's got a little display of them there.
And this fella is on the show right now. The Lost Shankly Boy.
Yeah, still doing great.
And you're not going to believe who's leading. Who is leading, who is leading the for the watch.
Yes.
You wouldn't believe it.
I've got a bone to pick with your daughter. She's gone one place above me, Francine. She's about 3 points ahead of me. I'm going to catch her up. Do a few transfers this week and try and catch her up. Yeah.
Do you know who's in the lead for that?
Go on, who?
My grandson. I didn't even know he was in it. Ben, my grandson.
Your grandson's in the lead?
Yeah.
Oh.
But you can't, I know, I said people think it's serious, can't.
That's brilliant, though. See, the thing is, Frank, he's young, so he knows how to do it, how to work it. It's all these little things you do which are getting. I understand all that, so that's why I've got to get help from my son or my grandson to give me a little bit of a help, Yes, your grandson will he'll know everything, how to do the transfers, how to do the wild card, get this, that. That's why he'll win. Somebody like your grandson or a young lad will win.
Do you know what he is? Tell you what, he's a plumber, right? He's only 21.
They're going to say in computers.
No, he's a plumber, right?
Yeah.
He does everything for plumbing. And he's also one of them MA fighters.
Right. Bloody hell.
One of those MA fighters, but he's a big red. He loves Liverpool.
That's right. He's been on once or twice, hasn't he?
Yes. Edward says Ian Rush scored 259 goals for Liverpool, but it's all about Shearer and Premier League.
That's true, that's true, yeah. Rushy always never gets to mention, does he?
And as the Invisible Man says, so what? He's not talking about Rushy. Salah is still better and more effective. Also has bigger achievements with his team. And that's about this Thierry Henry. Frankie and George, do you want concentration on the league over the cups? I do. I want the Champions League, but also, but the league and to get that 20 is all I desire. I'm not bothered about the FA Cup.
Yeah, that's what all fans want. All Liverpool fans want them two big ones.
The two biggies.
Especially the Premier League for me.
Yes. You're right there, Anfield. Says all right. Yeah, honestly. Liverpool players never get rated in all-time 11s. We are defo the most hated club in the Premier by rival fans, says Callum Bacopite.
Well, that proved it by Salah not being put forward for the Ballon d'Or.
That was shocking.
That
was shocking.
Yeah.
He wasn't even in the top 10.
I'm not saying he should have won it, but he should have been there. He should have been up there at the top.
The top 10.
They're not even in the list.
Go on, sorry, George. What was you saying?
I said to not even be in the list was ridiculous. And again, this year, if he's not on the list this year, it'll be a joke because he's away, the way he's playing, the goals he scored and the assists. He's been doing this for 9 years, 7, 8 years, non-stop every year. You've got to be recognised for that. It's ridiculous.
Well, yeah, as you mentioned, he wasn't even in the top 30.
Look at some of the players that were in. People I've hardly ever heard of.
Pathetic. As he says, the stick Suarez got for handballing on the line for Uruguay in the World Cup and Henry's against Ireland had no stick at all as far as I... You're right there.
Yeah, Salah was trying to save a goal. He was taking one for the team. I know it was cheating, but the other guy put the bloody ball in the net.
Exactly. No, that's a good shout there, has he, lad? Smashing.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. Ian Max says, Jürgen has left on some wonderful players on, and the staff have just brought fresh coaching and tactics, which has rejuvenated some players such as Konate, Gravenberch, Gapco. Yeah, totally agree.
Jürgen will agree with that a bit.
And even the Invisible Man agrees with him. And Snafey says, most Salah's achievements are lauded by the ultimate connoisseurs of football, us. Look at the variation in goals. Thierry Henry was undoubtedly good, but only plays in front of Arsenal fans. Well, give Henry his due. He did say he would have loved to have played for Liverpool. And he loved the Anfield atmosphere.
So did Wenger.
Yes. Ian Mack. And Marino, Jose.
Yeah. Yes. Seen that video of the two of them being interviewed before a match, looking at the cup.
Listen to that. Ian Mack says, it's been an amazing start. We now need to put our foot down and finish the season strongly. And we have a brilliant chance of some trophies.
Yes.
And Addy said, I loved Jan Molby. I'm sure he had an 100% penalty success. No, he missed a couple actually. But he did score some penalties. The Invisible Man. In one game, Henry scored with his hands. I think it was a qualifying game for the World Cup for France. Of course. Don't remember against who. It was Ireland we were talking about it. A couple of them, that's it. Just been talking. Steve Evans. How wasn't that Ipswich lad not sent off Saturday for kicking Enzo, and then the Premier League in their anti-high kick campaign have used the picture of Doku kicking Maka in the chest last season for a penalty we never got.
I've seen that. That was ridiculous. That's stupid marketing. Most blatant penalty I've ever seen in all my years in the game. Last minute against Man City. You've got to wonder, haven't you?
Yeah.
Look at the manager. Look at the referee was.
Yeah. Shocking.
Just came back from Saudi.
Shocking. Michael Oliver, wasn't it? No, against
City.
Was City, yeah. Mo played part of 196 points in 2 seasons, says the copyright.
Amazing.
Mo's been injured 3 months out of 8 years, says the
that was in the African Nations Cup, wasn't it? No, I know the Real Madrid final.
Yeah.
When the centre half broke his shoulder.
Yeah.
Dragged him down.
Sergio
Ramos.
Ramos. He knew what he was doing. He grabbed his arm and he just flicked him over. He knew what he was doing then. Rafa Benitez says the football flashback. If you want to buy Gerrard and Carragher this time, you would pay 200 million, 180 million for Gerrard and 20 million for Carragher.
Yeah.
Also says, Rafa also said, my budget was 20 million and 6 years after it was 17 million with Tom X and George Gillette. The budgets were low because we didn't have the money.
Well, they were cowboys, weren't they?
I can't see how we never had any money, you know. And the football says, we've come a long way since then.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know. We have come a long way, but that's why we keep screaming out for investment in players. Problem is, will Slot be given the funds to build a team? No. We'll end up like Dad's Army if our owners don't pull their fingers out.
Well, yeah, you've got to be careful. That's what's happened to City, really. That's what's happened to City.
Yeah.
They've been a little bit slow in planning for the future. So the players like Walker and De Bruyne and Gundogan, all these world-class players, you know, they're all just going towards over the hill. That's why they've lost the games they've lost this year. And now they're trying to do it again they bought a guy in that played on the weekend. He's a young kid, played right back. You look like he's playing for Tranmere.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I don't blame the lad. It's his first game and it's a big game. I don't think he should have been put into a game like that. Should have let him bed in first. Felt sorry for him. Hope they're playing against us.
And as he says, the problem is, will Slot be given? No, he won't. I'm wondering how many Liverpool fans want Musk buying the club. Actually, I'm sure not many. I've looked at Elon Musk is getting stick over something he didn't do. So if you want to find out more, come in on there.
Friday night. Yeah.
Come on Friday night. We're going to go through it now. I like Elon Musk, I'm being honest, because he's given us free speech. He's given us the flat platform of free speech.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Well, he's a very successful man, isn't he? Richest man in the world.
Yeah. Snapey says, Rushy scored 346 goals.
That's amazing.
346? That's
just amazing. It is.
Lucio Magic, Magic Lucio here. Arnie Slot, quote, when I look in the mirror, it's not always pleasant, I must confess. I wish I had a bit more hair, for example. Unquote.
Join the club, Arnie.
Yeah, join the club.
Join the club.
Join the club. This is a wig. And the outfielder says, yes, Snapey. Correct. But most were before the Premier League era. He had 45 goals in the Premier League era. Jota just passed him with 46.
Yeah, it's annoying to me about the Premier League. And I mean, you know, you think football only started in the 1990s. It's a joke. You know,
it's goals.
Yeah, it's goals playing at the top level of football.
Well, if Liverpool win the league, you know, what it'll be, you're bound to get somebody and go, but they haven't won. They've only won 2 premierships.
Yeah.
And Manchester United have won. You know. Even Manchester City have won more premierships. That's the way they spin it.
Yeah. You can only win. You can only win what's there, can't you? You can only win what's there to be won. You can't win the Premier League if there's no Premier League. So it's a false argument. You win the best league in the country, which Liverpool have done 19 times, hopefully 20 this year. The Man United fans can go and jump under a molehill.
they try and say something about the Champions League as well. I only won it twice.
Yeah, but we won it when it was a proper Champions League.
Exactly. It wasn't even a Champions League, European Cup.
Champions, champions. They were who played, and if you got beat, you were out. Not like now. Exactly. All these, what's there about 40 teams in it now? Ridiculous. We won it when it was a proper Champions League.
But it was much harder. Much harder. Yes, Snapey. Correct. But most were before the Premier League era. He had 45 goals. Like, I'm not going to talk about all these things. Like, the video says, if we win the Prem this season, this year, I need a picture with OG5, Salah, Virgil, Trent, Ali, Robbo. All old-timers in their positions. The old guard, the captain's group. I need it, says the Liverpool video.
Yeah, well, they are.
It's like when Bob took over from Shanks. Bob took Shanks' squad with new signings to the next level. That's a good show. It's what you said before.
That's exactly.
George. It's what you said before. That was from Steve, by the way. Right down, because we'll be finishing, because George has to go. And Snapey says, all our detractors have one thing in common, jealousy. It's why we're criticised so unfairly from outside. Opposition fans and the media have little or no objectivity. And they don't, do they? Look, I don't read the media in this country. I don't listen to the news in this country. Yeah. And, I was looking on YouTube, and it was what's on the internet, and it just said Andy Ball died, from the old Radio Merseyside. And I knew Andy, and I didn't know. He's a lovely fella, Andy Ball. Hello, Frank. And he used to ask me, he said, always ask me a historical question.
Yes.
Always.
And I bet you always knew the answer as well.
Yeah. Thanks, Frank. I knew you'd know that. But it's just a nice man, unfortunately. I would like Jota, Nunes, Diaz, sold this summer, says Steve, and bring in 2 quality players who can finish their dinner and stay fit.
Not sure about that. You can't guarantee new players will come in and exceed what these boys are doing, especially Diaz.
I like Diaz. Diaz is good, Steve. Yeah. That's just my opinion. George's opinion.
You can bring somebody in, like there's no guarantees, whoever they are.
Exactly. And how fit they're going to stay. And the football flashback. FIFA rejects the request for monitoring of migrant workers' conditions in Saudi Arabia.
Well, they would, wouldn't they?
No.
Didn't worry about Qatar, all the people that were killed building all those stadiums.
Exactly. That was shocking. Lots of deaths. And the football flashback. An estimated 10 million migrant workers are currently resident in Saudi Arabia, and they are expected to make up the majority of the workforce needed to deliver the extensive World Cup infrastructure.
Yeah, because they're in for the World Cup. Was it 2032?
Yeah.
I won't see it.
The invisible man. The media don't like us. But anyway, who cares? Is right. Good answer. Who cares? We don't care. George and I don't care.
As long as you keep winning.
Exactly. Snapey says, one thing about me, when I look at the mirror, it definitely wants a good wiped out. Thank God, as a true self-reflection could prove really quite stark. I'm finishing on this because George has to go. I have to go. And the invisible man says, yes, you count all the trophies also before the Premier League era, although many United fans think differently. don't forget, you know, the Premier League, when they were winning the Barclays League. I bet you
Yes.
no one knew that. They were winning the Barclays thing, not the Premier. So, anyway.
It was just as hard to win as the Premier League, to be honest. You were playing against the best teams in the country.
It's the same.
I mean, look at the outstanding players. Before the Premier League, look at the outstanding players. We've been talking about them, haven't we? The Souness's and the Dalglishes and all them. Well, other teams had the same sort of quality of players. Man United had a fantastic team. It was just as hard to win then as it is now. Never been any different.
And we were winning the league, but we had to play 42 games in mud and everything else for 2 points. 2 points.
And there, Frank, I've got a picture here. This is show the boys on chat before I go. Okay. This is Shankly's squad that I was in. I don't know if you see it or not. You see that?
Yeah, see that. Yeah.
Can't get it straight for some reason.
I'll see that. Go ahead, George. Lift it up a bit. That's it.
That's me right in the middle, next to Ronnie Moran.
Yeah, see you.
And there's Shankly there and Paisley. And all the boys in that team. That's the first team squad that won the championship in 1964. There's 20 of us. 20 of us. There's only 7 left, sadly.
Yeah. Wow.
So they were a team of legends for sure.
Brilliant legends, all them. All them. Brilliant lads. Every one of them.
Well,
every single one of you. Every single one of you. And as the cop-out says, we are a super Liverpool from the north. We don't care. We are Liverpool from the north. Yes.
The greatest team in the country.
Absolutely. Good night, each and every one of you. Stay safe, stay Snappy.
Good night, Snappy. Good lad.
The Invisible Man. Night all. And Steve. Frugal Sports Group, a.k.a. FSG. Still running LFC on Hicks and Gillette budgets. That's Frugal. And stay safe and healthy.
Yeah, same to you. Same to you. Invisible Man. That's brilliant, isn't it?
I just want to thank you.
I'm going to go then, Frankie.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I've just got to thank you, George, for joining me tonight and everyone on the chat.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it. The guys and girls are great, aren't they? It's fantastic. It's wonderful. Yeah. Really nice to be here again tonight. I'll be back next Tuesday, Frank, if not before.
Okay. If you fancy coming on tomorrow, oh no, it's too late.
No, I won't be on tomorrow.
Match 10 o'clock, yeah. So
yeah, what time's the kick-off Saturday? It's 3 o'clock, isn't it?
Yeah. So,
if you've got an after match, I might come on for a bit on the after match.
That's smashing if you're not going, if you're not going out there and watching it in the pub. I'll be doing post match.
All right. Thanks again, Frank. Thanks for everything, boys. And 2 good wins coming up. Come on, up the Reds, boys. Up the Reds.
Thank you. See you, George. That's our Georgie. Oh, lovely. That's lovely. Cop-out. See, George. Oh, Noah Eyes, where have you been? Good night, Frank. Good night, George. Good night, Noah Hyde. Damn food. See you, George. You just read them, when we finish. Just read them. FIFA have rejected the option to give these migrant workers in Saudi building the new stadiums for the World Cup workers' rights. They won't, will they? They won't. Shall I tell you something about Qatar? Do you know that there's no dole? Did you know that? Because why there's no dole is that every Qatarian has enough money to live off the government. The elbow's killing me, My left elbow really killing. Been in agony all night. Up the head, says the invisible man. Yes. Build Clopper statue. Thank you, Frank and George, for tonight. I needed that lift. You'll never walk alone. You sure you needed the lift? Carries on by saying, do you have any words of positivity as I'm in a job I don't like, but can't quit as I have bills to pay? Do you know, you've got to stick it out. I was like that once. I was in when I was lecturing, I was in this college, and he was this twat. And he didn't like me, and he was my boss. He didn't like me, but all the students did. And he was trying to get rid of me. And then, you know, I could have walked away. I couldn't give a fuck about that, you know. And then I was sitting there one night, and I went, do you know what, I've had a fucking enough of this fella. So I walked up to him, and I said some very uninviting things to him. Because I said to myself, I can fucking walk away from this. I don't need this. I can just get, because I was working in different colleges and I like you see. But the students, I felt sorry for the students because they liked me. And this fella, what it was, he was trying to get his mate in, but he picked on the wrong fella. He picked on the wrong fella. Me. And I pulled him. And I said, and I looked around to make sure there was nothing there, you know what I mean? And because it was outside, it was in the dark. And I said, right. I said, you little fucker. I said, next week I'm leaving. And every fucking student I'm taking away from me. Every student. See how you fucking put up with that. And I did. And they all left the class. And he got into big trouble. Because he said, I threatened him. I said, I never threatened him. I said he was threatening me, and all my students all said he kept coming in and picking on me, kept picking on him. And he got into a lot of trouble. And that's why the students left, he said. Just stick it out. I know and I understand. Stick it out. You've got to. Just think of your bills. As long as you're getting paid, go home and look at this. That's the only advice. Don't walk away from it. Don't walk away. Just bear it out. Bear it out. So I'm trying to stay positive, but I don't look forward to going to work in the morning, you know. I was like that. There's lots of, honest to God, there's lots of people like that today. Lots. But you've got to, and I understand you don't like going to work. I understand that. But you've got to be positive within yourself. Be strong within yourself. Just be strong. And there's Steve giving you a good thing there. Copy. Copy. Only move. No, he says, Steve's telling you, Only move from your job when you have a new one lined up. That's it. Just do your best to get another job, even if it's less money. Even if it's less money. And Klopper says, oh, wow, do you still keep in touch with your former students? Yeah, I bump into them now. Well, I used to. Used to bump into them. Very rarely now, unfortunately. And the Klopper says, I thought adult souls was supposed to be exciting, dull, and it often feels more of a burden than light, like when I was a student and I'd listen. That's the problem with a lot of us. You know, when we leave, you know, when you fly the nest and you realise, I've only realised how hard, you know, since I've been living on my own, that is, how hard a woman worked in the house, cleaning, doing meals, everything. And I thought, okay, now, because I have to do it. Like make myself a cup of tea and things like that. And a woman does work hard. And she has got responsibility, especially like when you fly the nest, you know, your mum. And how she coped with us, with me, you know what I mean? How she coped. Fucking hell. Did she have medals? See, a lot of responsibilities. Don't get married. Darwin the goat. Hey Frank, how are you? Sorry, I'm only tuning in now. Did I miss it? Oh, you missed loads. Jan Molby's been on. Brilliant. Great interview with Big Jan. You know, it was a great interview with him. Keep going, statue lads. My dad passed nearly a week ago. Never met him, so I have a bit of regret, lad. But life goes on. My guy, keep going. There's a golden sky at the end of the storm, always. Couldn't put it any better. Couldn't put it any better. Damn what the cop-eyed cow said. There's always something there. Just try and get another job. Just try. Just search for another one. And you just might come across it. Oh, well, even if it's less money, as long as you can pay that bill. As long as you can pay that bill. Darwin the goat. Did you look at Slot will finally make changes tomorrow night? Yep. We've been discussing it. We've been discussing all that. We had Steve McManaman on here, and he was saying, wow, so I didn't realise, you know, that it's such a good stream and, you know, the chat and everything else. And yeah, Moby said, it's great. Always watch it every week. And he says it's about time, you know, that we're going to give some of our players a rest. Well, that's a tell you. Humphrey Rose says, Frankie, spot on, lads. I always give her encouragement from the sideline when she's picking up my club. But, you know, but she doesn't have to get up at 5:30 every day to build walls. I always remember sitting outside, you know, it was a lovely sunny day. And this lady, lovely lady, you know, older lady, and she said to me, "Are you Frank?" And I went, "Oh, are you?" She said, "I'm going to shops. Would you like me to get you in?" I said, "Oh, do you mind?" She said, "Oh, honest." I said, "Can you get me £15 of potatoes?" I said, "Because I like my own potatoes. And do you know one of those white cabbages?" I said, "Because I know they're heavy." I said, "And about £2 of carrots." I love carrots, I said to her, you know, love them. I said, "And I said, you can get them." I said, "You know the beans, they're in one pack." I said, "Not the half beans, full beans." I said, "A pack of them." I said, "And also a pack of 6 of Heinz tomato soup, the big ones." She's looking at me. She said, "I might be able to carry them." I said, "Oh, why?" I said, "You know, you'd be all right." I said, "Look," I said, "when you get there, just take the trolley, but don't put it back. Don't just bring it around, you know, you'll be able to get all the..." She was looking at me like that. Tears. I said, "I'm only joking." I said, "I don't need anything." The relief on her face. The relief. She said, "Oh, you are the one." Yet she never ever asked me if I needed anything again. Oh, I should have said, mad. But you like the Anfield? Yes, I don't like my job either, but I always think about my future wife, wanting to provide a decent life for her and the kids, says Cody Falsnight. Just imagine playing for Liverpool for 1 month and having, say, like Mo Salah's wages. Never have to work again in your life. But often I think not enjoying our jobs or the bad energy in here. Fucking terrible. I've been down there before myself. The Anfield Road says, "Copite Callum, you're right, lad. Yeah, loads of pints off the Copite." "Yeah, I'm fine, Road. Not 100% good enough, though," says the Callum. "Yeah, I'm in the same boat too. And often it is Liverpool that keeps me going." See what I mean? What the Reds do to every one of us. Lifts us. They lift us. And if we get a good result tomorrow night and on Saturday, what a lift that'll be. And Darwin the goal. I am not working full time yet, but Frank, do you have any advice to not get stuck at a boring 9 to 5 job? Because that is what terrifies me most about life in the future. I understand that, Darwin, but it depends, you see. You know, you've got the likes of the Anfield Road, who's a bricklayer, and he goes to work. He's out at 5:30 of a month. There's a fella who's a painter and fully time, so lives down below me, and they're lovely people. And you know, you do get people like me when I said I was at working at this place, and this fella was niggling. But he tried to he bullied the wrong fella in me. He didn't pick on the wrong fella in me. So it's just like, it's hard to say. It's hard to say. It depends if you've got a profession, It depends, you know, whether you're just a labourer. You might just, like, you know, get any job and you like it. Go fill fucking shelves and Asda, do anything. I know it's hard work, you know, different shifts. If you've got a good phone voice, you can get on one of these call things. I understand, though. I understand what you're saying. I was at university for fucking years, you know. And teaching for years. Or lecturing, as they say. Yeah, you're not teaching, you're a lecturer. I am not working full-time, Frank. Do you have any advice? You'll start working full-time, darling. He never tried meeting my dad. He never tried meeting my dad, but because I'm the one alive, the regret was it. We're full of regrets, every one of us. I'm full of regrets. Me, loads of regret. Throughout my life, you make regret. And I suffer from it. I go, why did I do that? Why did I say that? It's regrets. And when, you know, you come to my time of life, and it's the worst time. You're only young. You've got your life in front of you. You can make something of yourself. You can make something for yourself. That's where a lot of people come unstuck, unfortunately. They think it's a dead end, but it's not a dead end. There's something behind that dead end, something over that dead end. Climb the wall, see what's there. And the videos, do you agree the advice to follow your passion is not fair? Because many young people have to get any job to pay the bills. You can't try to become a star actor for 10 years. We don't have that time. I understand that. I understand that. And Youssef actually says, getting a job nowadays is close to impossible. It's horrible. It really is, you know. But there must be work out there for someone. There must be. People start their own business. People start their own business. And don't get me wrong, when I, you know, like, I'm not saying I'll, you know, fucking open up a big fucking big building with loads of offices and everything. Not saying that. You know, they can start, they could become like a cleaner. A fucking cleaner. I'm not saying fucking, you know, cleaners are great. Cleaners are brilliant. But I'm not saying that. I'm just saying anything. Become a delivery person. If you've got a bike, you've got a head start. You can become. Supermarkets, they employ people. Supermarket, whether it's stacking shelves or whether it's anything. You could be, you know, in an environment where you're stacking shelves, where you're made up to go in, you know, because you're talking, and it's great, you know. Girls are there and fellas, and be anything. Frank, did you ever tell us about your biggest love story? No. And it's a regret. It's one of the regrets. It's one of the regrets that I still suffer from today. Today, as you're looking at me, I still suffer from it. And I go, why didn't I do that? Or why did I do that? There wasn't infidelity or anything like that. Oh, fuck. I live with that every day. Every single day. But if you do volunteering stuff, you can get one. That's a great shout, though. Yusuf, that's a good shout. It is. I'll tell you what, lads, listen to me. One night, say Liverpool weren't playing Wednesday, tomorrow, next Wednesday, whatever. Say we weren't playing. How about you lot there, just having a chat with me here next Wednesday, same time, 8 o'clock. Just having a chat, just a general chat about anything. About your problems, about your struggles, about, even like looking to the future. What do you expect from the future? If you know what I mean. Just like what you're doing now. If you want, and I'll do it. I'll do it with you. It's good to point that, Yusuf. And the cop-out says, I always look at my life in a Liverpool game, Frank. I feel 3-0 down against Malone, but we'll put it back. I will pull it back and win. Yes. Yes. That's the positiveness. As I said, when I was talking to George about the Istanbul, I said to these fellas, I just hope we come out in the second half and show what we are all about. Let's just get 1 or 2 goals. Let's not be embarrassed by this. We got beat 3-2. Be great. We went home to win it. That was positive thinking. And we can all do it. We can all do it. And Darwin says, Yusuf, what do you mean by volunteering, like picking up? No, the volunteering is just like picking up trash. It's everything. It's everything. I was just going to say that. Like working in food banks and charities and things like that, yes. Yeah. Good shout that, Yusuf. Great shout. There's loads of voluntary stuff. There is, not just picking, but even picking up trash. What's wrong with that? What did I do? I picked up trash, but it was from like canals, the edges of canals, and all that scum on the top, bottles and cans and everything. I did that for a few months. And it was great, great bunch of people. great crack. If I was younger, I'd be working in a food bank. I leave food in one of them boxes, you know, and I go, the videos. That's what I don't get. Salah going to Saudi. Why was he go there while he's still so good? Isn't his salary per week enough? Yeah, of course it is. And if I was paid 350, I'd invest in property and then never work again. He doesn't need to go to Saudi. I'd rather enjoy my football. If I was. Don't start reading what you. This is what we were talking about before our videos. You know, you might be looking into something that is not there. It's empty gossip, empty talk. And Darwin would go, that's so kind, Frank, but I'm too shy for that right now, sorry. Maybe the future, I really appreciate it. No one's shy. Don't be soft. You're with us. You're with us. Not shy, you come on here. Just chat. Could be about football. Could be about watching the telly. You could say, did you see that series? Oh, that's great. Oh, I was out last night just walking around. Do you know what I see? Anything in life. The weather. You could say, oh, it's terrible weather. Freezing here. Oh, wasn't it changing? But you could talk about anything. You know what I said. But you'll have to let me know. Every one of you will have to let me know. Kevin Pine, I think Kevin he just comes in and goes, well, the W there, I think he tunes into something that I still thought that it was football. Copite says, Darwin, don't be shy, trust me, you'll regret being shy. Do it, we don't know what comes after this way. Yes. 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 I knew a lad who was very shy. He was brilliant. We were students together. Very shy. And I knew he was shy. He was very like timid. And anyway, I sat by him one day, made sure I just went through, I was having a cup of tea. I went, say, yeah. He went, I said, you all right? Yeah. I said, do me a favour. Yeah. I said, I've got these things. I said, would you carry something for me? I said, I've got to go down here and give him a seminar. And he went, you know, so anyway, he carried these things. I had to have it. It was like over a projector, you know. That's when the dinosaurs were about. And he put it down. And I said, hang on a second. Yeah, I said, stay here. I said, listen, I said, have you got a letter to go sit with it? He said, no. And I said, yeah, I just sit at the back. I said, give me the seminar and you can help me carry it back. I said, I'll buy you a cup of tea. And he did. And I got him out of it, albeit that he was still shy and very reserved. Never forget him. And we went through, you know, the next 2 years. And he did what he did. Do you know what he is now? He's an astrophysicist. The space thing. I don't know whether he's working for SpaceX or what, I don't know. Lovely fella. And he writes to me now and again. So, Darwin, behave. You're one of us. You're one of the Liverpool family. You're one of these lads. Okay. Don't be shy, Will. Yeah, the cop, like, don't, Darwin, don't shy away, lad. Trust me, you'll regret being shy. Do it. We don't know what comes after this. Like, that's a cracking comment. And Cody Falsman, good night, Frank. I hope you have a beautiful dreams about Darwin lifting the title tonight. There you go. He will be our new Divock Origi cult hero, says Cody. The cop, I say, can't shy, I'm only shy to Whitman. I used to be like that, to be honest. And the videos, Ancelot, quote, when I look in the mirror, it's not always pleasant, I must confess. I wish I had a bit more hair, for example, unquote. There you have it. I'm Kevin Pine. 3 down and you are down, then you say, what's going on, Captain? I don't think it's been sang at half time, but you never walk alone. And if that can't get you up for it, then the rest is history. And think about what Kevin Pine said. 3 down. Remember, there are 2 things there. 3 down in Istanbul. You never walk alone. Them lads came out and we got it. 3 down against Barca. The lads came out without Mo, without Bobby. You never walk alone, ringing around. Allez, allez, allez. That's the way to look at it. That's a crack in that one, Kevin Pine. I don't know you, lads. First time I've seen you. It's really nice. Frank, what's your favourite dream in 2025 for Liverpool to win the title? Or to you to find? Look, can I go for a double? I'll go for the double there. Videos. And even the video says, I don't think I can answer that myself. I'll go for a double. Winning the league. You never know. I might meet someone in Sainsbury's. And the cop-eyed Callum says, love this shower, Frank. And the people here, you'll never walk alone. That's lovely, though. They're all good lads on here, every one of them. Every single one of them. Never forget that. We all try to look after one another. That's why I said, if you want just one night, just a chat. Just talk. Fucking get it out, you know. You don't have to, like, confess to anything. Just chat. Just chat about anything. Anything. The videos. Again, another quote from Arnie. Sleet. Quote. I'm 100% sure it doesn't matter if we finished first or second, unquote. Excuse me. I'll give you a quote, shall I? And it's not football. I'll give you a few quotes. And one is this. Man is born free. However, He is everywhere in chains. Think about that. Think about that. And that quote comes from 1784, from a chap by the name of Jean-Jacques Rousseau, French philosopher. So you see, you know, what about the unspeakable in pursuit of the uneatable? I'll say that again. The unspeakable in pursuit of the uneatable. And that was Oscar Wilde. He was talking about these fellas who jump on horses and go after the hunt, you know, the hunt, foxes, because they are uneatable. And he taught the unspeakable. So we see, there's load. Jean-Jacques Rousseau. I want to read, but the language is too hard for me. Now, there's English versions. Unless, like, you're getting an English version, it's all philosophy, you see. Jesus didn't want one leader. He wanted someone who was very wise to look. See, don't forget when he was writing that, there was like villages around France, and he was elders, and he wanted the elders to give out advice because they were worldly. They seen everything through life. So you see, it just shows you, doesn't it? Who's your philosopher, says the flashback. My philosopher, when you look at these great Greek philosophers, they were unbelievable. Unbelievable. And Plato was one. Plato was a great man. But you could also take other great people besides philosophers. You know what I mean? Great men. And loads of them. I don't know them personally. Through history. The videos. I'm going to watch The Simpsons. I gotta. Videos. Do you know that show? I find seasons 1 through to 10 to be the best ever. What show? Oh, The Simpsons? I don't know. What show? I don't know what you're talking about there. Is that The Simpsons? Kevin Pine says, is one is for, or is I, is one, is that's a one, isn't it? It's a number. Is one is for FSG, Dick Turpin, and the decency, and have the decency to wear a mask. Oh, yeah. FSG, Dick Turpin had the decency to wear a mask. You never walk alone to you and your family and friends, and the clock and the slot machine goes on. I know. Thank you, Kevin. No, you know, FSG don't have the decency to wear a mask. But if you look at Macbeth, you get a soldier, and he comes to Duncan, and he's all bloodied, and Duncan, the King Duncan, and he looks at him, and he goes, "Who's this who greets me with false face?" You think about that, Kevin, and about FSG and their false face, because they've been false for years. That's a good one, that, Kevin Pine. I'll always stand by, at the end of the storm, there's a goal. Yes. Yes. And the videos, my friend Delphine is devastated. Trump has cut off all federal spending. She works in a non-profit to help prisoners to reintegrate into society. But he's helping the Americans, isn't he? Trumpy. But he talks through his backside sometimes. And they won't be able to keep going as Trump cut all federal support for non-profits like that and medical care for all. It's a disgrace. But as I was listening to it, the very first thing tonight, you know, remember that Joe Biden's like press conferences to the press, and there was this girl, never seen her before, and she said she was good actually, but she said there's going to be better Medicare. The Medicare over there is shocking. This car, I think, therefore I am. I love Voltaire. Voltaire's a great philosopher. Get rid of all the government parties, tosses the lot of them, no education in their brains. Get Frank in charge. Vote Frank Carlyle. I was asked to go into politics. I said, no, thank you. My favourite clock quote says the video. I usually have a second pair of glasses, but I haven't been able to find them yet because it's pretty hard to find the glasses without them. Unquote. Look, lads, I'll see you all tomorrow night. If you're there. 10 o'clock after the get. I think it's 10 o'clock. I'm not quite so sure what time the kickoff is over there. Anyway, if it's an 8 o'clock kickoff, 10 o'clock. If it's a 7 o'clock kickoff, it's a 9 o'clock, if you know what I mean. So, hopefully, see you tomorrow. Look out for the thing. Good night, good night. I'll watch The Simpsons now. I hope you can see it. Simpsons was very visionary, by the way. 3 points, 4-3. Liverpool, Chiesa, Dans, Nunes, gap goal scoring. Says Copper Callum. It's a great show. Often mock the US culture like a gun situation. That's pathetic, that gun situation they have over there. But it's in their constitution. Everybody should have a gun. And that was all because of the British, you know. The British are coming. Everyone can own a gun. Screw that. because Simpsons is a creepy series. How it knows everything. Just predictions. My predictions for tomorrow is for the first time a Liverpool loss. I'm sorry, says Cody Falsenet. No, that's fine because I know where you're coming from with that. I know where you're coming from. I really do. Because of the kids, I don't know where not most of them, a few of them. I haven't heard of. The fuck are they? Anyway, PSV have a lot to fight for, and we make a lot of changes. I think PSV 3-1. Sorry, but that's just. Don't be worrying about that. Your prediction, Cody. I'm telling you, mate. Don't be thinking about that. You've come up with it. A lot of us will be thinking it's going to be hard, especially with all these kids. But we'll still go through. Still there. Christopher. My Frank up the Reds. Yes, good night, Christopher. And this talk might have changed me for the foreseeable in a good way. Oh, that's nice, Colin. Say, talk. My lad says, Colin, and the videos. Nah, we should never go into any game thinking we lose. I don't agree with that mentality, lad. Yeah, but it's just a way. It's just the way, some people react to say, well, I ain't got to look at this squad. We've got players there to score. I've never been afraid of any of our forwards not scoring a goal. We can always score, no matter who's playing there. But that's the way it is. But it's a good shout there, the videos. And the flashbacks there is Shankly. Quote, if Everton were playing in the bottom of the garden, I pulled the curtains. Unquote. Without Salah, we can't react. The flashback. Good night, Frank. I will dream about Bob Paisley touching Slot's beautiful bald head. Or giving him a hug. I saw a picture of that on Twitter. Made by AI. So now it's stuck in my head. Good night, people. Love yous all. Shiva Diamo, Adamani. Ciao. Ciao, Bella.